also your ice cream ticket. They're out there waiting to serve you, okay? Okay, so now we're about to begin the evening. I do want to take a moment to introduce to you the Master of Ceremonies tonight, and it is WRLR's Director of Music and Training, Mick Cullen, and Amber. Amber is a Round Lake Area Public Library volunteer who's helping us out today. She's going to be assisting Mick handing out the awards tonight. So an applause for Amber as well. Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 5th Annual Geo Awards. On behalf of WRLR President Bish Kripko, along with the staff and Board of Directors, thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm proud to serve as your Master of Ceremonies again for this year's award program. Throughout the years, WRLR has led the way as the only low-power FM public community radio station in Lake County. This year, we are celebrating 9 years on the air. WRLR has grown its operation with the help of approximately 80 volunteers. You are an integral part of WRLR's success. Thanks to you, our volunteer members, we've had 9 wonderful years and look forward to another great year. Let's give a round of applause to all of our volunteer members. We are proud that WRLR continues to move forward even during these very challenging economic times. We are thankful to have so many who believe in our mission. We appreciate the loyalty and support of everyone here this evening. We owe our ability to continue providing news, talk shows, and eclectic programming for our community to you. Each year we gather to honor volunteer members, businesses, and organizations who contributed their time, effort, and financial support to keep the station going. Today's event is named after the late Illinois State Senator Adeline J. Geocaris, who was an early and dedicated supporter of WRLR. Her spirit lives on and can certainly be felt tonight. We thank each of you for your support. WRLR is guided by an all-volunteer board of directors. Your directors strongly believe in the mission of WRLR. Each board member gives unique skills that help move us forward. It gives me great pleasure to introduce the board of directors, and if you are here, just if you would raise your hand or stand up to acknowledge the crowd. Bish Kripko, President and co-founder. Bob Powers, Vice President and co-founder. Elena Lara, Secretary. Fran Kripko, Treasurer and Co-founder. Alan Berg, Board Member and former Treasurer. Dominic Mahoney, Board Member and former Treasurer. Richard Hill, Board Member and former Treasurer. There's a lot of former treasurers around here. Terrence Lumpkins, Board Member. All right. Without further ado, we're going to get started with the awards. We actually have first special recognitions for this evening. These people are not receiving awards up here, but we did want to recognize the efforts they put forth for WRLR in front of everyone tonight. So we have 2 special recognition awards, or special recognition recipients. Number 1, Joshua Jakes. Joshua, where are you? Josh? Joshua Jakes has been getting up early each week for over 5 years to co-host on his dad's show Casting Blast. His Kids Corner segment highlights youth involvement in the outdoors. Josh is an active Boy Scout who has earned 20 merit badges in the past 6 months and is on track to earn his Eagle at the age of 14. Wow. All while maintaining honor roll status at his school. So thank you, Joshua, for all your good work. And our other special recognition goes to a woman who is using her business development skills to obtain a donation of new granite countertops for the WRLR office renovation, which looks really nice. Tracy Weigel. Okay, now to the hardware. We're going to start off with the awards for Outstanding New Program. Program offerings are always changing with any media outlet, and WRLR is no different. Our volunteer nature is both a strength and a liability, as there are always new wrinkles in people's personal and professional lives that cause them to have to alter their roles at the station. Luckily, through publicity, training, and the allure of producing a show on virtually any topic or music genre, we continue to draw new volunteers who one day will comprise the backbone of the station and be the face of WRLR as well. These producers are recognized for having started excellent programs in the recent past. Bill Kowalski, producer at work. Bill? Ray Zirkle, Getting Loose with Bruce. Did you come up and get your award? Yeah. Bob Pete, Rob shot first. Come on up. Matt Rosenberg and Ashton Rotman for standing room only. Sean Hauser for Sunday retreats. Gary Ricci for What's for Lunch. And Zenobia Tantra and Jose Meta for Zen Wisdom. We're trying to give you an award. And one more time for our Outstanding New Program. WRLR not only offers music to its listeners, but Lake County residents and visitors can also tune in to hear our volunteers speak on topics for which they have passion and expertise. Our talk show producers must spend considerable time each week preparing to fill an hour or more with pithy observations, crucial information, and expert tips to help them navigate everything from science to questions of faith to unique lives. These are this year's recognized Outstanding Talk programs. If you can line up at the end of the stage, that will make Amber's job a lot easier. David Jakes and Joshua Jakes, Cast and Blast. Paul Lepic, Lepic and Company. Bob Slipke and Ted Schneider, Something to Think About. Rusty Silver and Pat Cameron and Ron Pepperini for Sports Corner. Mike Kassler and Dave Sanaki for Tech Talk. Jim Wunderlich for Word of Mouth. Kathy Myers for The Best Hour. And George Razier for Geo Radio. Congratulations again to our Outstanding Talk Program recipients. Journalist Hunter S. Thompson once said, "Music has always been a matter of energy to me, a question of fuel. Sentimental people call it inspiration, but what they really mean is fuel. I have always needed fuel. I am a serious consumer." On some nights, I still believe that a car with a gas needle on empty can run about 50 more miles if you have the right music very loud on the radio. Here are WRLR's gas tank extenders, this year's recognitions for Outstanding Classic Music Program. Paul and Steve Howard for the Brecker Brothers Rock On Party Experience. Al Weissman for In a Nutshell. Ed Ramsey for Chewing Gum Weekend. Mark Shanahan for the Doo-Wop Hour. Alan Berg for Musical Memories. Tony Young for the Mix. Wayne Boyker for Wayne Boyker's Beatle Hour. And Stan Koenig for Yesterday Once More. Congratulations again to our Classic Music Program winners. The next category is Outstanding Modern Music Program, which is dear to me because I've hosted such a program on WRLR for the last 5.5 years. Renowned Christian writer Dietrich Bonhoeffer said, "Music will help dissolve your perplexities and purify your character and sensibilities, and in time of care and sorrow will keep a fountain of joy alive in you." From Baroque to jazz to Robert Johnson, Pete Seeger, the Beatles, Janis Joplin, the Police, and the Ramones, the classics of centuries past echo in much of the new music of today. It may not be the music you hear on Top 40 radio, but many of today's great artists that don't fit the magic corporate radio formula get heard right here on WRLR. This year's recognitions for Outstanding Modern Music Program are Carolyn Howard and Chris Carmody for Metal Mayhem, Will Zamboli and Ron Jake Bison for Schemes and Themes, Chris Zimmerman and Chris Jones for Something Different, Cheryl Dunlap for Soul Suite, Sean Hauser for Sunday Retreat, and Nick Cullen and Ray Bauer for Subterranean. Thank you. Thank you to our outstanding Modern Music Program recipients. WRLR gives a microphone to almost anyone willing to volunteer, which is an exciting and dangerous proposition. These shows aren't strictly music or talk, but something altogether unique. This year's outstanding entertainment programs are Steve Skinner, Mike Franklin, Ted Schneider, and Bob Slipke for the Comedy Improv Show. And Rick Haggerty for Radio Roots. Next up we have our outstanding producers. Thanks. He's taking all of them. It's my job easy. Producing a program not only takes superior knowledge of the equipment in the studio, but in the case of these award recipients also involves planning. I know I spend 6 to 8 hours each week planning my 3-hour show, and many other people in this room can say something similar. These producers know their music and topics inside and out, and their consistent hard work is a shining example for their fellow volunteers to follow. This year's recipients of the Outstanding Producer Award are Cheryl Dunlap for Soul Suite, Carolyn Howard for Metal Mayhem, Matt Rosenberg for Standing Room Only, you can get that if you want, Ashton, Al Weissman for In a Nutshell, we also have Will Zamboli for Schemes and Themes, and somebody named Nick Cullen for Subterranean. Before I dismiss you, I understand, Al, we have something from you.
Yeah, I gotta say, this has been a blast. Doing this show has been the most fun I've had in my life. So listen, Marge, this is fun, and I'm so glad you could make it to the Geo Awards tonight.
Thank you, Alan. I'm honored to be here.
Now, don't be nervous, Marge. You're surrounded by a whole lot of very talented people. No pressure, though. Did you have any trouble getting here today?
Well, Alan, a funny thing happened to me on the way to the Geos.
Sounds like the opening line for a comedy gig.
Unfortunately, though, this really did happen to me. So I was driving along on Rollins Road, just trying to avoid the potholes.
I know some of those suckers are cavernous. In fact, I saw one the other day that was so big a Cooper fell into it, and they still haven't found it.
That's horrible. So I was trying to avoid these humongous holes in the road, when suddenly there was a giant Harley that rode up alongside me with a huge, scary couple on board. So I waved, just trying to be friendly, and of course, so they wouldn't stab me at the next stop sign.
That was friendly, and that was smart. So how did that work for you?
Well, there I was, waving and smiling, and they slowed down to stare at me, and then suddenly, they both flipped me the bird as they zoomed around me, cutting me off.
So they flipped you the bird, and they cut you off. That wasn't very neighborly of them.
No, it was not, Alan. So there I was, being forced to stare up the backside of a 400-pound woman wearing nothing but a biker's jacket and a yellow thong.
That is a frightening image. I don't think you're going to get over that too soon.
No, I don't think so either. At first, though, it was just a big fleshy blur. But as my eyes came more and more into focus, I saw two huge tattooed butt cheeks slapping together in the wind.
Nasty, nasty, nasty. So, were you able to read what the tattoos said?
Well, yes, unfortunately, Alan, I was close enough to read them. So the left cheek said, Big Mama, and the right one said, if you're close enough to read this, I'm gonna floss your teeth with my thong at the next stoplight.
That does sound scary.
All I can say, Al, is I am so glad to be here at the Geos. I think they were following me for a while, but thank God for fast food places. I think I lost them back there at the Taco Bell.
Well, I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad I'm here, and I'm really glad that we're all here to celebrate the Geos.
Thank you.
Congratulations again to our outstanding producers. WRLR also provides a unique opportunity for local congregations to reach out to address the spiritual needs of Lake County residents. Someone looking for guidance or hope on a Sunday or on a Friday afternoon might just find what they're looking for at 98.3 on their dial. This year's recognized outstanding worship programs are Pastor Juan Carlos for Alien Church, John Galindo and Grace Galindo for Reaching, Carrying the Revival, Dominic Mahoney, producer for St. Joseph Mass, and Gary Ricci for What's for Lunch. Up next we have the Listener Choice Awards. So these are two people who were nominated by multiple listeners to receive Geo Awards. So we're giving special recognition to those whose listeners were rallied to inspire and inspired to support them in their efforts to receive special recognition tonight. So the first Listener Choice Award goes to Standing Room Only. Next one goes to Al Weissman for In a Nutshell. The third, Chris Zimmerman and Chris Jones for Something Different. And the final Listener Choice Award goes to Carolyn Howard and Chris Carmody for Metal Mayhem. Congratulations to all our Listener's Choice Award recipients. Our interns provide assistance in finding music, responding to emails and voicemails, helping out on the air, and occasionally going on a quick run down the road to Starbucks. Only the essentials. We are happy to give them the opportunity to gain this practical experience, and their enthusiasm and energy remind us of how great it felt to get involved with WRLR in the first place. This year's contributing interns are Paul Shavari, Sam Drummer, Ashton Rotman again, and Matt Rosenberg. Thanks to all of our interns for their hard work. Okay, we're getting to the classy hardware on the front of the desk. Every organization needs people who will put on their hard hats, tote their lunch pails, put their nose to the grindstone, not let up one bit till the job gets done. They don't always get the glory, but they play integral parts in a machine that would fall apart if they stopped moving. Whether it's adding to the music library, repairing the transmitter, rewiring the studio, or administering the difficult decisions and calls that need to be made to help the station keep moving forward, these WRLR members have earned the right to be called members extraordinaire. The first this evening is Mike Ramucci, Chief Engineer. Second, Rich DiDomenico, Assistant Office Manager. Third, Assistant Underwriting Manager Paul Lepick. Fourth, one of the hardest working guys in the room, Sports Director Rusty Silver. Next, IT Manager Chris Zeman. And finally, producer and host, Chris Zimmerman. WRLR, your members extraordinaire. And now for the Geo Awards. As mentioned earlier, the Geo Award is named after late Senator Adeline Geo Karras, who was well known in Lake County as Geo, and was an early and dedicated supporter of WRLR. This award is given to individuals and organizations who have excelled in supporting WRLR 98.3 with their time, talents, and financial support, and other good works in the community. As they accept their award, they are welcome to say a few words if they wish. Our first recipient has been a strong supporter of WRLR from the beginning. She is a board commissioner for the Round Lake Area Park District, serving residents and promoting the benefits of park districts. She was a previous winner of the Rising Star Award given by the Illinois Association of Park Districts for demonstrating exemplary performance and duties and responsibilities as a board member. Christine has been involved in significant projects demonstrating positive impact and dedication to the field of Parks and Recreation. Christine has also volunteered for Girl Scouts, the Round Lake Area Chamber of Commerce, and other community organizations. Our first recipient, Christine Gentese. Our next Geo winner produces a popular weekly program and also currently serves as the WRLR Internship Committee Chair. His interest in creating awareness about careers in broadcasting and communications for our local youth has sparked the development of this program with school liaisons. He regularly volunteers in charity events through his employer and is active with Habitat for Humanity, where he volunteers his labor and is an advocate for affordable housing, joining in the fight against poverty, housing, and homelessness in this area. As a special surprise, when he accepts his award, he will participate in the Ice Bucket Challenge up on stage. Come on up if you dare, Sean Hauser.
You could have told me. Just a little warning, but is there really an Ice Bucket Challenge? I can button this back up. I'm in. I'm in, and Stan, you'll start doing the next one, right? Come on. Well, we're going to dump ice on you too. No, seriously. Wow, this is cool. And I'm done. Normally you listen to my radio show and you get 37 minutes of talk, one song, and another 37 minutes of talk. But, you know, WRLR is like a labor of love for me. And I like coming in every Sunday and seeing Zenobia sitting there and Osi, because I drive in and I listen and they make me feel really reaffirmed about my life, and then I play Prince for 2 hours. But, I've met a lot of great people here, and I'm hoping that through the internship program that we've just gotten on its feet, that we're going to bring a whole lot of young members in here, and they're going to stick with us for the next 30 or 40 years. So, Bish, thanks for the opportunity. Cheryl, thanks for coming out every Sunday when it was 500 degrees below zero. Mick, thanks for training and listening to about 3 hours worth of my questions. And thanks to everybody for supporting the station. You guys, I love being here, and I'm glad you're here. Thank you.
Our next recipient has excelled in advocating for WRLR as a public community radio station. He shares his passion for community radio with his family and has introduced his granddaughters to broadcasting by featuring them on his show. Through his business, he supports local charitable organizations with financial support and merchandising items from his company. He also has a history of serving on many boards, including Little City. The next recipient is Stan Koenig.
This is indeed quite an honor. I've been on this station for about a year and a half, and I got to thank my friend Rusty for introducing me. And this has been a great experience. I feel like we're all one family. We're trying to achieve one thing, and for the survival of WRLR. I mean, it's a great place. Love playing my music, and I love everybody here, and I just hope it continues on for many years. Thank you.
Our next awardee is never lacking a lot of enthusiasm and plenty of smiles when helping out at WRLR or elsewhere in the community. Her favorite thing at the radio station is going out on remotes and meeting the public. The awards bestowed on her are varied, as are the many hats that she wears. She is a recipient of the Bilingual Parents Advisory Committee of Round Lake's Excellence Award in 2012, a member and past president of the BEST Coalition, during which time the organization won a Governor's Hometown Award. A 4-year participant in Lake County Forest Preserve's bilingual nature hikes, winner of the Lake County Journal 2013 Forefronts Award, and currently serves as secretary on the WRLR Board of Directors. Last year, her name was among those receiving the Geo Award in recognition of all her time and work for WRLR, and because of her far-reaching involvement in other good causes outside of our station. This year marks an historic milestone, in that it is the first time a person has won the top award 3 times, and for 3 consecutive years. Please welcome 2014 Geo Award winner Elena Lara.
Thank you very much. I also agree that this is a very special family, and I feel like you're all my brothers and sisters. We bicker, we pick on each other, but in the end we're all, working towards the same cause. So I'm really excited that you let me be a part of that behind the scenes. You all do, wonderful shows, and I'm just happy to be a part of it. Thank you.
Our final Geo Award recipient is currently a trustee of Human Relations for the village of Round Lake Heights. It was because of his previous experience as a firefighter that he was instilled with passion to help others. He is committed to assisting seniors in the community, does his best to provide information and resources, and regularly participates in senior wellness checks. He is a longtime WRLR board member and former treasurer. He also serves as our liaison with the village of Round Lake Heights and has been instrumental in our partnership with the village during our station renovation project. A guy with a real face for radio, Dominic Mahoney.
First question, who was responsible for Lumelli's to come here? You are a genius, Paul. I don't care what George says, you are a genius. That is awesome. You guys, thank you. As we said, we're a family, a dysfunctional family at times, but a family. And I appreciate it, and I do love all of you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
One more big round of applause, please, for our Geo Award. An event such as this is only possible with the help of many, many businesses, community leaders, and individuals. With that in mind, we'd like to thank our sponsors and donors who are listed in the program for their generosity, and we will be passing out programs now that the awards are complete. Thanks to WRLR's underwriting team, Tracy Weigel and Paul Lippick, for their efforts. Also want to thank all of the members of the Geo Awards Planning Committee. If you could stand up and be acknowledged. Thank you to the Village of Brown Lake Beach and the Cultural and Civic Center of Brown Lake Beach for the use of their beautiful facility as well. And that is it for the awards. Thank you very much. There will be a brief intermission while the first performing band, Havenway, sets up. The live entertainment portion of the evening will start shortly. Thank you and enjoy your evening.